let's just start with college basketball. We're in the middle of March Madness, and it's definitely a whole lot of fun, man. Definitely enjoying it all. My bracket been busted, so we ain't got to exactly go through that exactly. But what I do want to do, ESPN and many other things, understand that I think all the brackets were busted after the first weekend. So with that being the case, they give people second chance brackets and all these new things for people to try to get it right again. I want us to do the same thing. I want us to have our own second chance bracket and try to fill it out and see how good we can do. So I'm gonna try to pull it up right now, and then we're gonna fill this out and see. How's your actual bracket that we had in our group? How's your bracket doing right now? You still in first place?
I believe I'm in second place now. Because I think one of my Final Four teams lost. I think Wisconsin. Because for a while I had the most projected points left, but I think Wisconsin lost, so I believe that dropped me to second in our group. Yeah, and I have the second highest max points left.
Yeah, I had St. Mary's in my finals, so that was been done. Not in my Final Four, not the final, but
not the final game. Yeah, so, I think we have the same final game with Texas Tech, Arizona.
Right.
Yeah,
and that's still live for now. But seeing how Duke has turned it on finally, we shall see. So we're looking at the second chance bracket right now. And let me actually try to do something real quick. Because I don't remember all the games off the top of the head, and it doesn't show all the games beforehand. So
what do you mean?
I'm gonna pull up on this bracket we're looking at right now.
Yeah,
we see the Sweet 16 and beyond. It doesn't show the round 64 and all the other stuff. So
you want to see the previous rounds?
Yeah, I'm trying to see the previous rounds. I'll be opening on another tab that you don't see on screen right now.
Oh, okay.
Just to see what led into where we are right now.
You said your bracket had a premature bust.
Let that up early. Yeah, like I said, I thought Duke was going to be on fraud alert. I had them losing to Michigan State in the second round, but they didn't do that. So they're still.
I had them losing second round too. I thought Davidson was going to advance though, not Michigan State.
Understood. Yeah. But yeah, we saw the round. We thought, like we said, we saw how they were playing in big games prior to the tournament. But see that they've turned it on now. Definitely is impressive. So yeah, I have that here. And now we have our second chance bracket here. Sweet 16 is coming up. It's going to be by the time you guys see this, it'll be games will be starting to get played. But let's start at the top. So we got Gonzaga at Arkansas. Gonzaga has been looking better than I thought they would. Getting past Georgia State in the first round, and then getting past Memphis in the second round. A nice hard fought matchup. Monty Bates and Jalen Duran and all those boys tried their best to put up a fight against them, but Drew Timmy's been putting on a show the whole tournament so far. Has helped carry them past these first two rounds into the Sweet 16. So what do you think about them versus Arkansas?
Give me the Razorbacks, man.
Razorbacks, you're going with them even without Gonzaga looking right now?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't impressed by Gonzaga. They eventually won by 20 in that first game, but they were real close for the first 30 minutes of that 40-minute game with the 16 seed who was you have the bracket right there. Who was the 16 they played?
Georgia State.
Yeah. Which, I mean, respect to Georgia State, but Gonzaga was looked at as potentially a favorite to win it all, and they didn't look that strong in that game. And then the Memphis game was really close as well, too.
I agree.
I think they finally run into a team that's able to close a little bit better than those first two. And I had Gonzaga on fraud watch already in my bracket, so I had them losing to Arkansas in mine.
Even with that being so how do you think that plays out? Because looking at Arkansas, they have what am I looking at? They only pull up 53 points in the last game against New Mexico State. They're not a high scoring team like that, at least when we last saw. Do you think they put up numbers enough to combat whatever Gonzaga throws at them?
I think they're better defensively than the previous two teams Gonzaga faced. I mean, if they only put up 53, that means the other team put up less than 53.
That's true.
I think defensively they may be able to slow them down a bit. I don't think you're going to fully stop Drew Timme. But Chet Holmgren has been great too, and maybe they're able to slow him down a bit. I haven't watched Arkansas play a full game, so I can't tell you from a scheme side. I don't know what their size is like. But
I missed that as well. I'll be honest.
Yeah, but more so picking Arkansas because Gonzaga's been on fraud watch for me from the start of the tournament. So yeah.
All right, then moving on. I had Duke on fraud watch, but here they are. Yeah, who you have in Duke versus Texas Tech?
Like I said, I believe we both have Texas Tech, Arizona in the final.
Correct. So yeah,
Texas
that's enough.
Red Raiders on to the next for sure.
Thank you for your service. There are a lot of folks that say we've never seen Duke versus UNC in the tournament, and this might be the year with Duke with Coach K's being his last year. Nah, bro, I'm sorry. They just don't have something's missing there. As much talent as they do have, for some reason, I feel like they still will come up just short. They've been on, like we said, they were on fraud alert for us already, and I think this is the game. Though they have gotten this far, it definitely is commendable. For Duke, this is not being the standard just yet. You got to get farther than that. But I think they come up short against the Texas Tech squad, which is pretty solid. Excuse me.
Duke for me wasn't really on fraud watch, and I know a lot of people hate Duke, so that's probably why they had him on fraud watch, and because they lost in that UNC game as well too. But I think they have a couple NBA prospects that are for sure getting drafted. One lottery in Paolo, but a couple NBA prospects. So they're a really good team. I could see them winning this game, but in order to keep my take integrity, I'm gonna stick with Texas Tech because I got them in the finals. So
well, since we both have the same finals, so just to get this over with, let's just go ahead and put them here, right? And let's just go ahead and drag them all the way through. Let's not even waste any time. Okay, and we'll put them as the winner, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Arizona as the winner. Yeah.
So just so y'all already know, y'all know what time it's on. Bear down, man. Arizona's our winner.
Exactly.
That's already given. It's just making sure everything else is perfect is what we're deciding on. So as you go across the rest of the tournament, you want to start up top with this and just get this over with real quick. Who you have up top between Michigan and Villanova?
Sure. I think I'm going to go with Villanova here. I'm going to go with Jay Wright in the experience. I believe Connor Gillespie.
I think so.
Is the Villanova star. And I said before the tournament started, they could be on fraud watch, but I hadn't watched them play a whole lot this season. They've been pretty solid in this tournament. I think Michigan's been on a great run. They've lasted longer than I expected. But I think their run ends against Villanova.
Yeah, I had Michigan on, I wouldn't say Friday alert, but I thought they'd be out early just because of how the season ended with Coach Howard being out and things and trying to get acclimated again with him back on the sideline. But they actually have played well and responded well to him. He's been doing good. And while Villanova definitely is a very good squad with talent, as you just mentioned, I like Michigan in this game, actually. I think Juwan and this squad can get past them, seeing how they were able to withstand the tough blows that Tennessee threw at them and get past that Tennessee squad. I think they can do the same thing against Villanova. So how you want to split on it? You want to stick with Villanova, or you want to switch over with me and take Michigan?
Yeah, I mean, I'm open. I don't really have a strong take on either side. I think Michigan's played really well in this tournament, and Juwan Howard has been leading these boys nicely. So I'm open to Michigan as well too.
All right, so I'm gonna put Michigan there. Either way, they lose next round, so don't make that difference. But just so we have a perfect bracket, we'll put Michigan there, and we'll try to root for them and see how that goes. That's the top of the bracket. So now at the bottom on the east side, I think I know you're going this way, but I'm gonna let you just officially say.
On the east side, I was looking at Midwest.
East side. Who you got over here?
Don't disrespect the Bruins like that. I know you're a USC guy, but each week, I think some of y'all had them losing round one, maybe. Some of them round
two. I had them pretty early. Yeah, this is my St. Mary's side, so yeah, I had them losing.
Even though they're a 4 seed, like they were a potential favorite to win it all. I picked them before the season started. I think their experience has come through. You've seen it in tournament and closing minutes of each of these first 2 games. UNC has played well, but I think UCLA's run doesn't end Sweet 16. I think it ends Final Four.
Okay.
So yeah, I got them beating North Carolina.
For our bracket, I'll let you have this one, but I like UNC in this game. So we'll see how it plays out. But seeing how North Carolina played in those first couple games that last weekend, I was pretty impressed with them and think that they can get past UCLA. So I'll let you have this one because they're your boys, but individually, I got UNC in that. So we shall see. Now, next, it shouldn't be that hard of a pick, but seeing how St. Peter's has been playing, you never know. Who you got between Purdue and St. Peter's there in that 3-15 matchup?
Yeah, St. Peter's isn't afraid of anybody. I mean,
nope.
They took down number 2 Kentucky to start. That was probably the biggest bracket buster of the tournament.
Easily.
I think they were the only 14, 15, or 16 seed to win. So
I had Kentucky going far too. Yeah.
Really? Oh yeah. I think that's what hurt your bracket the most. Yeah.
Yep. Outdone first day. Thanks a lot.
I think their run-ins here though. Jaden Ivey is great. Purdue
has some good vibes around them as well.
Yeah, I felt like Purdue was maybe a little bit overrated, but they've had a great record this year in the regular season. Been great in the tournament. Have NBA prospect talent. Really high-powered offense. I think the issue is where they're going to struggle a little bit against a good defensive team. That's why I think they don't get past UCLA, but I think they get past St. Peter's.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to do it. I love Coach Holloway and what he's done with that team. They already going to cash out just off of getting this far alone. But yeah, I agree with that. I think the run ends here. So yeah, Purdue gets past them. While I do like how they run their offense, and as casuals, like sometimes we don't notice when teams run sets, and we always think it's just them just going out there and just doing their thing. Well, St. Peter's, I clearly see that they're running a really clean and constructed offense there. I like how they do things. But I think this Purdue squad can withstand that, and then have star power as well with Jaden Ivey and others. I think they'll hold it down. So so now we have Purdue versus UCLA. You got UCLA, of course, but how do you think it's gonna be a tough matchup between them and Purdue?
Absolutely. I forgot to mention for the last matchup UCLA has with North Carolina that Jaime Jaquez hurt his ankle in the previous game. So that's a big key too, because he was the one.
That is a big key.
he was driving the offense last game. I think he had like 15 or 17 before he went out, and they actually closed on a really solid run after he went out. But that's not to say that they're better without him. I think he's a really key piece for them.
Of course.
It was good to see Johnny Juzang step up and finally get some rhythm going. Maybe that was a little bit of a blessing in disguise. Just him needing to step up, he finally did step up. I do think they're gonna need him. They're gonna need Jaquez to win these games. I'm expecting him to be in though. He's day to day right now. I think Mick Cronin, their head coach, said if he can walk, he's gonna play. So I'm leaning towards I think he's gonna play. He may be a little bit gimpy, but I think just having him on the floor will be good enough. Because they have Tyger Campbell, they have Jules Bernard, who's been great for them, Corey Riley, Johnny Juzang. So I think they have enough, and their defense has been elite throughout the season, and I think will continue to be so. I think that's why Purdue's finally going to struggle against an opponent, because they rely heavy on outscoring teams. But I think UCLA is finally going to have the defense to slow them down a bit. I'm counting on Jaquez to be in there. If he's not, I might lean Purdue.
Okay.
But I'm going with UCLA here.
Got it. Yeah, I'll go with you on that. I can see if they can get past UNC, then I'll agree if they'll get past Purdue. But yeah. So with that being the case, as we see, I think they will stand wherever Purdue throws at them, and we'll get that victory there. So definitely gonna be a fun one. As just a casual fan, and we see what people with their brackets and try to do all the formulas and stuff. Does it bother you at all that you have 2 4 versus 3 matchups right here?
Not really. No, I mean, it probably won't shake out like that. Nothing in March Madness ever shakes out how you expect it. But I feel like when I was making my original bracket, I had a few of those. I was like, I have almost all 10 seeds winning. This is probably not going to happen.
Right. You start doing all the little calculations and number games and it lets it get to your head. So we'll see how that shakes. But I just noticed that just now, but we'll leave it as is for now. And then moving on to the Midwest, who you have on this side?
Let me see who I have I feel like I had Providence winning this game in my bracket.
I can pull up yours also right now. Let's see. No, you had Kansas winning this one.
I have Kansas winning. Okay.
Yep.
This is where Providence's run ends.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen Kansas play. I haven't really been interested in their matchups, like Texas Southern and then
Creighton.
Yeah, I really and they blew out both teams, so I kind of expected it to go that way.
Well,
I think
they beat Creighton by 7, but still it felt like a blowout for most of it. I believe they.
Yeah, I don't think it was that close throughout.
Right.
It just ended that way, but I think this is probably the best matchup they get. Providence, their coach. I saw a clip. And they had like their offense was running like all within the paint, like no one was on the perimeter.
Really?
It looked like some like 90s basketball.
Oh yeah, like, that ends right now.
They're a great team though. I think they only lost like 4 games or something on the season. So I think they make this a really good matchup, but Kansas is the 1 seed for a reason. I think Bill Self has his guys competing at a high level, and they're able to make it through this matchup too.
Gotcha. Yeah, I agree with you on that. So yeah, we'll leave them there. Then I will say Miami, 2 of the underdogs, both got through. And real quick on Miami, they beat USC, who was my squad, beat them by 2. Held them up at the end, and then beat Auburn. Auburn, we had high hopes for, and everybody thought they were going to go on the run with Jabari Smith and others, and couldn't get past Miami and got kind of embarrassed in that game actually. So you think Miami's going to be the squad? You think Iowa State, who's been on a nice run themselves, getting past LSU and Wisconsin, you think they get it done instead?
Yeah, I didn't have either of these teams going this far. Yeah, that's a tough one. I feel like I want to go Cyclones. I don't really have a justification for it.
Okay.
To be honest, I think maybe just the competition that they've had leading to this point.
Well, that was my thing, and that's why I was going to go with Miami, because they beat USC and Auburn. So seeing that they beat 2 squads I had decent hopes for.
I really thought USC was going to win that Miami game too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough. This is probably the biggest toss-up of them all, 10 versus 11.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll go with you on this one.
Okay, I'll take Miami in that one, and we'll see how that plays out.
Okay.
So now the last one, Kansas and Miami. Where do you go from there?
It's got to be Kansas for me.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
The sad part is it seems too obvious.
Yeah, I don't know what the lowest seed is to ever make it to the Final Four. Maybe it was UCLA because they were a play-in.
Right, they like a not 12, but they were pretty low, right?
I think they were like an 8, but they were a last 4 in team.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah. Maybe they were a 12 if they were last 4 in. So yeah, I think it's highly unlikely that the 10 seed makes it to the Final Four. You typically have 1 or 2 1 seeds in there,
right?
Usually there's probably a 2 seed, so maybe Duke is the one that beats Texas Tech and gets in there,
right?
And beats Arkansas. But yeah, Arizona, Kansas makes sense in the Final Four.
That's gonna be a fun one. Definitely got Arizona in that, but it's gonna be another one of those wars, as everybody's calling them now. Definitely gonna be one of those. So excited for it.
Yeah, and then we already did the final.
Yeah, so we gotta do that. We know it is in that round, but just leading up to it, seeing how y'all plays out. So yeah, guys, as you see, these are our second chance picks here. We'll see how it shakes out. Let us know. The only thing, again, I could see North Carolina getting past UCLA. I'm still going to say that.
Yeah,
I could see Duke somehow getting past, even though they're on heavy fraud alert to me. Seeing how they've tried to turn a corner recently, I could see them getting past Texas Tech, and I could see Duke and North Carolina finally getting here. But if they do lose in this round, I see it playing out as we put it. So yeah, I'm gonna lock it in as we have it. Definitely enjoy putting this all together with you. And yeah, for those watching, definitely let us know what you guys think about our picks here. You want to put a little tiebreaker in here just for the fun of it?
I think I have like 84-68 in mind. I don't know what you.
Yeah, blowout. All right.
Yeah,
that's fine with me. So there you have it, y'all. Arizona's our winner. So there it is. Bear down. Beautiful thing. Arizona cuts down the Nets in New Orleans. So definitely a good thing there. Definitely love doing that. So yeah, that's it for college basketball. Anything else just across college basketball you want to talk about? Any teams, standouts or whatever? Anybody that dropped earlier than expected that you want
to? I mean, credit to St. Peter's. I think they kind of put their name on the map a little bit, having won those first 2 games. That also puts Calipari a little bit on fraud watch, just as the head coach of it, because they got past Kentucky. And I know there's been some discussion about I think he has a lifetime deal as like their head coach, but like
again, I see where you're going, and while folks are saying he's on fraud alert, his goal isn't fully to win championships.
Yeah, it's to get guys
in and out, get guys in, get in position to get to the league. So
it's to get guys to the league, but a lot of teams are sending guys to the league now. Like we see Jaden Ivey on Purdue is going to go to the league. So like
usually he's a Duke, Kentucky guy, but he went to Purdue instead. So yeah. So seeing how the league things are changing even more, he's going to find ways to continue to stay ahead. Or if not, it's going to be time for some changes there. So I understand what people are saying that, but I think Kyle's still in good position for the moment. So that was the only other thing I wanted to say college basketball wise. Going on to other things.